I'm going to spend a majority of today meal prepping. I'm already in the process of making blueberry streusel muffins. I just made banana chocolate chip muffins. I'm going to be making unstuffed pepper casserole, chicken noodle soup, jalapeno poppers, and then tonight for dinner we're going to have shrimp and grits, which I'm really excited for. I found a really good recipe, so we'll try it. So hang out with me in my kitchen. And let me take you back to when I made the banana chocolate chip muffins and the blueberry streusel muffins.
Let's get right into it. So I'm starting off with the banana chocolate chip muffins. Initially, I was just going to do banana muffins, but I thought banana, chocolate, those fit perfectly together, and yes, they did. These muffins were so good. I'm planning on making them for work, so I decided to make mini muffins. This made about, I think, a little over 3 dozen muffins total. And while those were in the oven, I started working on my blueberry muffins. These I was also planning on taking into work, but I decided just to make the regular size muffins. I did use fresh blueberries this time, but typically I use frozen blueberries just because that's what I have, and it turns the batter a really pretty purple. It does take a little bit longer to bake because it makes the whole batter very, very cold. These took, I believe, about 18 to 22 minutes total, and they turned out perfect. I did do a little streusel topping on top, which you have to do for these muffins, and it just made it a 10 out of 10. After that, I started working on cutting up my veggies for the unstuffed pepper casserole and the chicken noodle soup. Lots of peppers, lots of onions, celery, and baby carrots. My goal with these meals was to have food that I could put in the fridge and that could reheat very easily. I'm going to be working Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I work 12-hour shifts, 6:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. So by the time I get home, I typically don't want to cook. Things like, tacos, you have to make that night, like right before you're planning on eating it. And these meals that I've chosen are very easy to reheat. My husband gets home before me, so if he wants to eat, before I get home, it'll be easy for him to reheat too. We ate out quite a few times this past week just because I was too lazy to make meals, and it cost us like $30 to $40 per meal to eat out just for two people. I can't imagine a family of 3, 4, 5, 6 people. That's crazy. So I'm trying to save us a little bit of money by trying to prep meals at home. And honestly, you could probably freeze these meals. I know for sure this pepper casserole would freeze very beautifully. I'm not sure about the chicken noodle soup. I think any soup, honestly, you could probably freeze it into like little cube trays, like big cubes, and then thaw it out that way, or just separate like single serving containers, and that way it'll thaw like overnight. So just some ideas. Anyways, this pepper casserole was phenomenal. This is my second time making it, and it's so delicious. I don't know why. I don't really like stuffed peppers on their own because I think the peppers are just too much and they're like soggy and squishy. At least here, they're kind of small, so you can't really taste it a whole lot. But it was really, really good, and I love rice, and it's got a little bit of rice in it, and it's very, very filling too. I couldn't wait to try it. I had to, and 10 out of 10. I highly recommend, especially if you like stuffed peppers, you're going to love this recipe. Next, I'm moving on to the chicken noodle soup. You got your classic onions, celery, carrots. I seasoned it just with salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic powder. I did 1 carton of chicken broth, and I think I did like 4 to 6 cups of water. And then I added some better than bouillon to the soup just to give it a little bit of extra flavor. This rotisserie chicken, I pulled everything off the bone and I put the bones into the freezer. I really want to try making a chicken broth. I've never made homemade chicken broth, and I love watching canning videos and gardening videos, and so I don't know why I've never tried it. So my goal this year is to start working on some like simple canning projects. The soup was very filling, very hearty. We both had soup today, we both had the casserole today, and then I'll show you at the end the very last meal that we made for the night. Moving on to an appetizer, I am making jalapeno poppers. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of them. My husband loves them, so for his sake, I'm making them. Every video that I saw, the filling was basically the same. It's a block of cream cheese, some sort of shredded cheese, and basically whatever flavorings or seasonings you like. I did salt, pepper, and garlic powder. I kept it simple, and then just some shredded mozzarella and Colby Jack cheese mixed together. And I learned my lesson with jalapenos. If you're touching the innards, you need to wear gloves. The last time I touched jalapenos, I touched like the top or bottom lip, and it was on fire for like 3 hours. I had to put an ice pack on my lip because it burned so bad. And I was so grateful I did not touch my eyes. So learn from my mistake, wear gloves. But anyways, I got these wrapped with apparently the thickest bacon that I could find. I'm going to pop them in the freezer, and then we will make them probably later this week, so they'll be fresh. And now for the last and final meal. I was so excited to make this shrimp and grits. I've never made grits at home, and they turned out perfect. I did 3 cups of chicken broth, 1 cup of heavy cream, and then at the end I added a little bit more butter and heavy cream, just a splash, and the Gruyere cheese, and it was so good. It was so good. The shrimp, I did some Cajun seasoning. I sauteed onions, peppers, added some more heavy cream for the sauce, seasoned it some more, and I mean, you guys will see it is perfection. It looks so beautiful. You guys should definitely try this if you've never tried it at home. Anyways, I hope you guys had a good time spending a day in the kitchen with me. I had a really good time besides, the pile of dishes at the end. But thanks so much for sticking around and for watching, and I'll see you next time.